scenario in which Turkey reforms the Ottoman Empire. But not not the same Ottoman Empire, but the Ottoman Empire nonetheless. Because, well, obviously not. Oh, they could go to war with Greece, but right now they think it's a bit risky. So their first invasion is their optimal invasion, which is pretty much just an invasion of Syria. But instead of just being in this area, well, they decided to send all their forces in. Not all, but a lot. Enough to occupy the country. But it only takes math. Yeah. They get brutally sanctioned after doing this. But this was after Erdogan took Neo-Ottomanism too seriously and named the country that. They decide against invading Jordan at the time, but they invade Iraq. America says, no, you can't. But Turkey states, well, what's different between me and you invading this country? And yeah. Well, they invade Iran. No, I'm kidding. That would be bad. Well, they push into these lands as their plan is. Yeah. But they are kind of stopped. But then they take Baghdad, which allows them to do this. Yeah. Get down to there and there. They encircle this area. They also encircle this area. Well, Iraq is no longer a country. Well, their first move was the most risky, but, you know, it was the most risky move. So, they annex Iraq. NATO collapses. Like, NATO collapses. Every modern event pretty much collapses, like Russian invasion of Ukraine, the annexation of Crimea, Russian invasion of Georgia, like everything that happened after 2000 is canceled out. Yeah. But they decide to avoid Greece just yet, because Greece is strong. Oh, they invade Armenia, which Russia does not like, but what's the worst that Russia can do, they think to themselves? They invade Georgia. Well, their next nation just joins, because they're like, yeah, sure, Turkey. And it's an all-you-can-eat Caucasus buffet. All you need to do is take your own money. All you need to do, yeah. Well, Russia, fearing Turkish expansionism. Yeah, if I said it right. Invades Georgia. Yeah, they do. And why did I say yeah, they do? That sounds pretty weird. But the first thing they do is take over this area. Oh, yeah, obviously it's Russia we're talking about. What can't they resort to besides war? Besides war and vodka? Well, Turkey is like, yeah, we're trying to form the Ottoman Empire, and for some reason, well, this is not the same Ottoman Empire. I'm pretty sure the Ottoman Empire did at one point, in fact, take it over. But a lot of the Azeris live in Iran because of the Persian Empire. Empires don't die. Well, all the empires still have a lot of impacts on modern results, not directly, but yeah. Well, they draw the border there. Why wouldn't they? Russia creates a buffer state. Really? You believe that? If you believe that, well, I'm sad to say you were wrong. But who knows? Yeah, maybe they will create a buffer state, but they decide not to. But they said they were going to create a buffer state to protect their people. Yeah, I see how it goes, Russia. Well, Turkey formally stops any claims to any more of the Caucasus region after signing a treaty with Russia. Well, France keeps this alliance. This is seen as a prime opportunity to take over Kuwait. But, as you know, somebody doesn't want this. They do nothing. Well, somebody does do something. Some of the minor alliances, like the Peninsula Shield Force. Okay. I guess I'll be difficulties. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I think I must have clicked back a bunch of, slides. So I went back to the past. Yeah, definitely what happened. I think that's what happened. That's GIMP-ish. Yeah, and then they do this. But Saudi Arabia is like, no, that's not your territory. Calls in the Saudi Arabian Peninsula Shield Force. And it's like, yeah, guys, we can overwhelm Turkey within days. Meanwhile, the 10,000 troops that went into Kuwait are kicked out. Yeah, obviously. And they don't have enough forces in Iraq yet to stop the Peninsula Shield Force. But, as we all know, you know who gets stronger? Yeah, and then they do this. Well, Saudi Arabia uses their army to push to here. But something happens in the favor of the Turks. Someone decides, yeah, we're not in a civil war anymore. Because they aren't. Because, yeah, I got rid of the Yemen civil war. And Yemen acts as one state and does this. Saudi Arabia and Oman. And it's like, yeah, send some troops here. But then Turkey has all of its proper amount of forces in Iraq. And they're like, hey, Saudis, what's up? Takes Baghdad back. Encircles a bunch of land. Pushes down to here, encircling more forces. And yeah. Turkey takes all the oil it gets. Even though it went green. Yeah, we went green. And while Turkey starts an offensive in the north. And yeah, in the north they push in. Yeah. Oh, they do. And Turkey is. Turkey sends some forces to Yemen. Yeah, they do. Because they took this land. And they push down here. With the reinforcement Turkish forces arriving in Yemen, Yemen manages to make an offensive. With the help of the Ottoman Empire. And while Ottoman Empire forces start making a spearhead because that's their plan. Yemen goes along with it, sending forces, and then they cut this area off. Well, Saudi Arabia tried to move all oil imports there, but Yemen keeps sinking their ships. And then while the pirates continue it, yeah. And yeah, Saudi Arabia's doomed. Because, well, look, they will have to surrender if they lose this territory. They try to send forces, people starving here. Some people fall in due to starvation. And then they start, Oman completely falls. And then, well, as we all know, you know who's next to fall? Well, they push over and then they push south. And they do this. Well, they also do that. Riyadh, they start to encircle and they take it over. Saudi Arabia capitulates. The Ottoman Empire, which planned to expand in many areas, does this because they can. And yeah, they annex this land just for trading purposes. And then, well, they give Yemen a big chunk of land. Yeah. Yemen deserves it. And then they make an Arabian puppet, but then take over all of Arabia. Because they think that would be a bad idea. Which we all know, historically, if you take too much land, well, it doesn't go so well. And yeah, I'm erasing that line, border line, in some areas, because, well, it doesn't make much sense. And yeah, Saudi Arabia made border gore. Well, they have two areas to go against. Egypt, Israel, that's one area. Counting Egypt and Israel as one, because, well, just look at their locations. I don't even know if that's an island or not, so I did that. And with Yemen's territory, well, a plan is proposed to make sure Saudi Arabia can't easily invade this area, to give those lands away to, well, Turkish Arabia, because Turkey decides, yeah, a puppet is what we need. And with the puppet state being formed, well, it takes over these lands. And they call it the Turkish puppet. Well, somebody becomes their ally, Yemen, with a crippled Saudi Arabia. Well, someone decides to help them out, and that would be Turkey, by ceasing to have them pay war reparations. Because we know how the Weimar Republic went. Yeah. Well, they've realized that here, they're strong nations. There, they have that guy, but he's not going to do anything. And, well, they declare war on some of the far South Balkans. Because, guess who comes to help them? Bulgaria and Serbia. Turkey then says that Albania declare war on these nations. Which leads to a major Balkan conflict, but Turkey, the Ottoman Empire, which was completely prepared, overwhelms the enemy. They cause Romania to join because they invade them. They also invade Moldova. No, they don't, but they do. They don't invade it to start the war, they declare war. And yeah, somebody who has military does this and this. And now the Greek Navy is no match to the Ottoman Empire, which I may have already done a video doing this, but it's no big deal. Yeah, Turkey has like 7 videos. Who should I give videos to? Turkey, you give so many ideas. What should I do? Kimmy Empire? Yeah. And they push up here. Into there. Well, they do some questionable decisions. Yeah. And, well, they do this. And, well, they move up into Serbia. And southern Romania. Well, Romania's pretty much dead, and so is Serbia. But they fight to the dead end. And they say, hey, Hungary, what's up? Are you hungry? Hungary's like, wish I could eat, but you took what I wanted to eat. And I know you're not going to give it back to me, just so you don't invade me. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah. And then, well, They draw a border right there. They take these lands. And while they just let Serbia and Hungary be free men. And while they annex the territories in Romania they didn't take yet. Yes, they can. The tiny blue areas. And now for the final part of this treaty. This part. Well, Egypt, Israel achieves notice that there's a Turkish plan by their intelligence agencies. So they form an alliance. They offer Iran to join, saying they're threatening to invade you, but they say, no, that's false. And well, it's not. And now for Ukraine's favorite part. Yeah. If things couldn't get any worse. Yeah. If the Russian invasion ended, but it doesn't continue. To secure their border with Turkey, despite all the racing. Yeah. So this is where we are. Gone back to. And well, when you're gone back this far, oh, guess who is back? And angry about how the world decided to go back a bunch of years. Like with conflicts disappearing. Yeah, and they pushed into Crimea. And due to none of the badness happening to Ukraine, they did not prepare for this. Yeah, but they also definitely didn't prepare for this. And well, Ukraine's capital is almost under siege. They tell Ukraine they want Crimea. Ukraine says, yep, sure, as long as you don't give it to those pesky Russians. They push up to Belarus. And well, they leave the president as is. Turkish forces have a cakewalk and do that. Yeah. And then in the treaty, this is signed. Crimea will go to Turkey. Russia shall annex these areas. A Ukrainian puppet state will be set up to buffer both nations. Well, the Ukraine will still be a nation. Ukraine shall become a Turkish ally. No, it should become neutral. Russia is not happy with the fact that Turkey got Crimea. But, they barely did anything again. And plus, look at it. Look at the new borders. Just look at them. They're, awesome. Yeah. Yeah, well, I think this treaty is bad. But, yeah. And while they shift their focus to the west, after Iran declares war, stating that Turkey is supporting the instability of Iran. Might be true, but it's not. We know it's not true, but the characters don't. See, it's kind of dramatic irony. And they push here. That's as far as they get because of Turkish resistance. They push up here. Azerbaijan gets destroyed, which is in a union with the Ottoman Empire, but it doesn't get included in the name. And well, they cut parts of their vast empire off. But the Ottoman Empire is smart, and it's like, yeah, you want to see something? And they do that. Yeah. Iran gets kicked out of the oil-rich area of Iraq. Yeah, I think that's right. Don't know. But yeah, and they do this. They don't invade Iran yet, but some troops don't listen to orders properly and do that, which Turkey claims they were heroic. With Iran being like, yeah, we'll win, a group of people revolt. They take the capital. And they support more revolts throughout the country. And Turkey supports them, yeah. And they do that. Yeah, and this happens. Which gives Turkey the opportunity of a lifetime to kick them out. And they're like, oh. Iran quickly sends a peace treaty to Turkey, which is mostly an act of desperation. And with it, this happens. Not much impressiveness. Yeah. As if that'll help with your protests. Yeah. Well, Turkey says, good work. Iran sends that much land. Well, Turkey isn't so much like... They don't even stop aiding these rebels, because the rebels are too strategically important for them. And they get an alliance signed with it. And yeah, I'm going to start using purple as alliance color in this video. Yeah, so does Yemen have an alliance? Well, the last thing happens. Well, this happens. And Turkey starts an invasion of Lebanon and Jordania. Which this doesn't go well. Yes, it does, but it doesn't. They don't get as much as they hope. They get a lot less. But they get all the way, likely to, hopefully, to the Suez Canal. Yeah, they push in here, and they push in there. And here. All with Israel securing its borders. But Israeli offensive goes bad. And they get pushed back even further. Well, it'll happen, but Cairo hatches a plan, which is a counter-offensive. With Turkey managing to make a major offensive, and I mean major, as in very major, breaks out. And the Battle of the Battle of Alexandra and Cairo break out. The battles break out because, Cairo, the forces push towards. Alexandra, they land there. Oh no, they don't go that fast into the city because, that wouldn't work. And they go in round, yeah. And they push in. Their main goals are to encircle the city of Cairo. And then with this battle going on, they encircle it. But they don't get peace right away, so they do a bit more of a campaign. They make landings here and here and here, and they push down this coast. They get to about here. And they get to there. And this is where Egypt kind of sends peace. And the peace offer is accepted. It's not fair peace offering. But it's not unfair either. It's only this much land. The unfair part is it takes, like, basically all of its people, besides. And, well, there's still loads of people. And, well, this is all the Ottoman Empire does. And, yeah, that's all they do. And then they claim the establishment of the Turkish Empire. Well, not the Turkish Empire, the Ottoman Empire. Not to be confused with the Turkish Empire that I made a while back. And yeah, this is a better video also because, well, I have a better mapping system. And, well, they don't split into many states. They just make one. Turkish. Yeah, one Turkish state. Yeah, great. What about the non-Turks? There. And all the nationalists. There. Yeah, that'll definitely work out. And yeah, well, you know what? It's not like you'll have any enemies. And by enemies will be colored, well, orange. Obviously, this is one. One, another. No, they decide not to. Hungary is like, no. Ukraine's like, no. Saudi Arabia, no. Egypt, no. Yeah, Italy, no. Belarus, okay. Poland, no. Meanwhile, Hungary be like, yeah, I'm against your imperialism, Ottoman Empire. Meanwhile, Hungary annexes what's left of Romania. Yeah, and now let's say who are friends with this empire. Wait, I forgot one important enemy, this. Now let's put its friends in. And I will use this color. Libya makes friendly relations. Germany. Russia. Yeah. You know who else has friendly relations? These countries. And that country. And thank you for viewing. I hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe. And that's all for today's video. Wild